What's going on, everyone? DSP here with a channel update. Excuse me. Basically, I just want to give you an idea of what's going on this week. And maybe if stuff works out, we'll go back to kind of like the old schedule we used to have where I had like a weekend preview video and stuff like that. Because I think a lot of people like that a lot more. And that structure kind of got broken up when I was working over at Blip TV for a while. So anyway, here's the deal. Here's what's going on this week. Monday's going to be kind of like a down day for me. Maybe a day for me to get some odds and ends done. There's not a lot going on. What I think I might do is actually upload some videos which are exclusively on Blip TV that are going to basically be deleted on Wednesday because I haven't heard back from those people yet. And so pretty much I get the feeling they're just not going to talk to me even though they said they would answer any questions I had. So what I'm thinking of doing is, for example, some of the DSP Tries-Its, the Cooking with the Kings. There's like 2 or 3, 4 videos like that over there. Also, there's my Game of the Year awards, which I'm considering bringing over, but there's a reason I'm kind of holding off a little bit. But we'll talk a little bit more about that. So I'm going to see what's going on with that and judge based off of, you know, what videos are over there. What haven't I uploaded over here on YouTube so far? I don't think I did Case West Take 2. I don't think I brought that over yet. So that kind of stuff I'll be thinking about tomorrow. Tuesday will be interesting because Little Big Planet 2 comes out, and yes, I am going to try it. I'm going to give it a fair shake, and unlike when Little Big Planet 1 came out, at this point there's so much user-created content from Little Big Planet 1, I get the feeling it's going to be a very large value for the dollar. So, you know, I'll spend $60, I'll probably beat the single-player campaign, and then I'll go online and try all these custom levels. So who knows, it could be a ridiculous amount of footage I get out of that game. I might try the level creation tool, but again, as I said in the past, I'm not really the kind of person that's like dying to make my own platformer game. And yes, I know that you can make other kind of games as well, like you can make FPS games and stuff. Maybe I'll fart around with it a little bit, and I think maybe if I do make a game that a lot of my fans might want to try it out, but we'll see what happens with that. Rambo is going to try to come over on Wednesday, and we're going to try to do co-op gameplay of Little Big Planet 2, because as you know, it is a co-op game. There are exclusive parts of levels that are cooperative play. I didn't get to do that with Little Big Planet 1. Maybe that would have added to my experience. Of course, the problem is, guess what? Tuesday, we're going to have a wintry mix here in the Northeast, so we might have a lot of snow, and if there's a lot of snow, then Rambo can't make it. So we'll see what happens with that. I want to let everyone know, besides gaming, there are some other things we're doing. Oh, Jesus, I just looked at some avatar for the website, and it's ridiculous. We are, God, it's hilarious. We are looking to do a couple things. First of all, round 3 of East Coast Customs, custom joysticks. We completed the art, and we are extremely pleased. John Rambo and I worked on this all day yesterday. 4 sticks, 4 new sticks. These are not the smaller SE edition sticks. These are the large round 2 tournament edition Mad Catz joysticks. And what we're going to do a little bit more than what we've been doing with the SE sticks, where we just kind of swap out the parts and put custom art. We're going to do all like custom bezels. We have custom colored bezels, custom ball tops, custom joystick sleeves, custom dust covers. We have everything custom this time, okay? And the art, I'm going to let you know, there's 4 different sticks. And they're all Marvel vs. Capcom 3 related, because that is the newest release coming out in about a month now. We've got a Albert Wesker stick with some pretty cool stuff on it. We've got a Super Skrull stick. And then on the flip side, we have a Spider-Man and She-Hulk stick. They're actually both on the same stick. And we also have a Dante and Trish stick. So it's kind of like 2 villain sticks, 2 hero sticks. We haven't decided for what system each stick will be yet. We have 2 PS3 joysticks and 2 Xbox 360 joysticks that we're going to be putting up for sale. What we need to do is get a chance to get together and print out the art and then start building the sticks. All we did was we designed the art on Saturday, but it took so long because I have to say we outdid ourselves this time. We put logos on them. We've got all kinds of really cool stuff on these sticks. Much better, I think, than the previous batches. And it was kind of just, we just kind of farted around with Photoshop a little bit and figured out some quicker ways to do stuff, and it actually came out really nice. So you're going to see when you see that art how nice it is. So it is coming. I don't want to spoil it yet by showing anyone the art, but it's pretty sweet. So anyway, those are coming within the next week or two. We're going to try to actually, on Saturday, I believe, of next week, we're going to try to build those sticks and get them done so that we can get them up for auction sometime, not this week, but the week after. And that way there'll be plenty of time for you to bid, for you to get them shipped to you in time for Marvel vs. Capcom 3. So we'll see what happens with that. More info on that forthcoming. And on Sunday, this Sunday, which is Super Bowl Sunday coming up, there's going to be another Don't Blow This stream on don'tblowthis.com, another Super Turbo stream, because I guess a lot of these people aren't football fans. I myself, I'm not 100% that I'm going to be there, just so everyone knows. I sometimes, at least for the past couple of years, I hang out with a certain group of friends on Super Bowl Sunday, and we go and watch the Super Bowl at a bar, but I don't know what's going on this year. It's everything's kind of up in the air, so I'll let everyone know whether or not I'm going to be there. But either way, the stream's really good, 60 frames per second. We've got webcams of the players, we've got stats, names, everything is excellent about this stream. So tune into that on Sunday starting at 2 p.m. Outside of all that, there is, as you know, things are broken down with Blip. They're not responding. They have not responded to my email nor my video, where I kind of appealed to them to open up a dialogue with me about working with them. So obviously something, happened there where they just don't want to. It's someone putting their foot down and saying, "Oh, this is it. It's my final decision," and blah blah blah. Okay, so I got to move on. Staying positive, moving on. I am going to be in talks this week with someone else, another company who is looking to sign me to provide them content. But I'm not sure, number one, I'm not sure what content they're looking for. I don't know if they're looking for my video game playthroughs. I don't know if they're looking for me to maybe cover fighting game events over the next year, considering that I have a considerable knowledge base and background with the fighting game scene, and I am looking to play Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and Mortal Kombat 9, at least hardcore for a certain amount of time until I determine whether or not I like the games. And I am planning on going. I actually started putting different tournaments and stuff on my calendar, and I will be doing a calendar update eventually, explaining some of the things that I will be attending in the next couple of months. But I'm not sure if that's what they're interested in. You know what I mean? I'm not sure if or they could be looking just for me to provide game reviews. Maybe they want me to still play the games, but then do a hateful truth, and they want the hateful truth on each game. I have no idea. So we're gonna have that discussion this week, and we're gonna see whether or not, based off of what they're looking to do, whether it would be profitable for me to do that or not. The good news is that in the time that I worked for YouTube and then I worked for Blip, I've at least made enough money that I'm okay for a while. It's not like I'm destitute now because I have no income. In fact, I was even talking to Rambo about it yesterday, and I was like, realistically, looking at the calendar and what's going on this week, or I'm sorry, this year, holy crap. As long as I'm conservative and I don't spend a ridiculous amount of money on unnecessary stuff, it's looking like I may be able to even travel to certain events and tournaments. Probably not things like E3, because I can tell you right now, E3, extremely expensive to get in. The trip out there would be expensive, and so I don't know right now, honestly, if that's going to be something that I'm looking to do, because I don't have a lot of money to drop. Now, it's completely flip side of that. If, for example, things work out with this company I'm going to talk to, and it looks like it's profitable for me to do stuff like attend E3, then I'll do it, definitely. But unless, obviously Blip's not paying me anymore, YouTube's not paying me anymore, so if I can't find anyone to make that work, then unfortunately those things, like I have plans to go to PAX East, to go to E3, they might, unfortunately, not happen. But what I might end up doing is touring the tournament scene this year, which I haven't done since 2007. And in 2007, there was a qualifying series of tournaments for the Evolution Nationals, where if you attend these tournaments and you got like top 8, you would get ranking points. And as the ranking points added up, you would get a better seed at Evolution. So you would totally bypass pools. You wouldn't have to play the people at the lower level entry pools. You go like straight to the top 32 bracket, and then you would just play it out there. Well, this year they're doing a similar thing. I don't think you bypass pools, but I think you get a more favorable seed. And there's 8 tournaments that basically get you into that kind of seeding. And I was looking at some of them. I said, well, wait a minute. The first one is actually Winter Brawl in Philly, and that's the week after Marvel vs. Capcom 3 comes out. I have already planned to play that game hardcore for that week and a half, 2 weeks. So it makes sense to go to that tournament. Plus, it's not that far, and I have some friends who were interested in going. So I said, gee, would you like to go? And like, yep, we're actually already planning on splitting a room and all that. So I'm probably going to be going to Winter Brawl. And then as I look the next month, it's a toss-up between PAX East and Final Round, because they're actually the same weekend, unfortunately, which is just bad timing. But Final Round is a tournament down in Atlanta, Georgia. Really good people. I like the people down there. I've hung out with them numerous times, had a lot of fun every time I went to Final Round. There's no reason for me not to go, besides the fact that PAX East was also that weekend. And so I'm kind of tossing that up in my head. What am I going to do? And it's really going to depend on when I have a talk with these people this week, what they have to say and what exactly they have in mind for me. So a lot going on, a lot coming up and a lot going on this year. And regardless if nothing works out, like I said, it's still looking like, as long as I don't go overboard, I may be able to attend a couple tournaments and have some fun this year with the fighting games, maybe even go to EVO, and then maybe about mid-year say, alright, I think it's time now, obviously my money's running out, it's time to seriously start considering doing some stuff to find a job. But, you know, a lot of people ask me the question, how can you do this? Listen, I didn't spend a lot of money. This is what people don't understand. When I lost my job, I had money saved, and I have not spent any significant amount of money over the past couple of months. In fact, since I lost my job, all I've really spent money on is food, games to make videos to make more money, a little bit of clothes, and besides that, I can't even really think of anything, but, you know, like, some of these things like this, I had already purchased, you know, like I said, decorations for my condo and everything, prior to me losing my job. So really I haven't spent any significant amount of money at all. So the money that I had when I was laid off, plus the money I made from YouTube, plus the money I'm getting from Blip, should be enough to support me over the next, probably, I'm hoping, you know, half of the year, at least I'm hoping through EVO. And then after that I can say, okay, it's time to see, if nothing works out, if I can't get any kind of agreement with any kind of a company, I can't get signed by anyone to do anything, then it's going to be time, alright, I guess I have to, you know, look for a full-time job, although I know it's going to be ridiculously hard because I have kept my eye on the job market, and there's no jobs in my job sector available. Where I was laid off from, they want me back. There's people in that building that want me back, but there's no one hiring right now. Everything's on a job freeze, and a lot of people have said, why don't you get a part-time job? Okay, you're crazy, alright? $9 an hour, which, yeah, I think it is about $9 an hour minimum wage in Connecticut now, is nowhere near enough money to support me. Someone said, gee, why don't you get food stamps? Because food stamps don't pay your mortgage, okay? So let's stop being silly and stop, you know, oh, you know, people are just, again, it's what it is just jealousy, that people are jealous that I'm trying to make this work as a full-time job, and they're just trying to hate. So if you see comments like that on my videos, just ignore them or flag them. It's not anyone being serious, you know, that, you know, they don't understand. Either they're not in my position where they're not an adult who's looking for a job in America right now, or they're just trying to be haters and trolls, okay? Anyone who's looking for a job knows. In fact, I have a good friend who, for years, now this is an intelligent guy, and he has a family, and he's been looking for a good job for like 5 years. He can't find one. He's been working at like, at the mall, you know, selling clothes for years, and unfortunately it's not enough. To raise a family in Connecticut, it's not enough. You can't have one of these retail jobs. It doesn't pay enough money. Everything here is extremely expensive. And so, guess what he's doing? He's now moving to, I believe, Maryland, because his girlfriend's family actually has connections there, and so that's where they're going, because there's nothing else he can do. There's no jobs in this area hiring anyone. In fact, for people like me who have degrees, it's actually funny, there's less jobs for people like me because they say I'm overqualified for any job. The only jobs that are available are these entry-level jobs that pay next to nothing, and they don't want skilled workers, they don't want people with degrees, they just want entry-level kids who are just going to come in and put in their 8 hours and do whatever they're told, and, you know, that's it. It's retail-level service industry jobs. That's it. That's all that's available. So it kind of sucks, you know, being that I was in an industry that was kind of unique, and, you know, the bad circumstances that happened around what happened. But it's funny because, like I said, there are people at my previous job where I worked that want me back, but there's a hiring freeze. They can't hire anyone. They do want people and they need people, and they can't hire them because everyone's being told, oh, the economy's too bad, there's no money to do it. So I'm stuck where I am right now. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, we'll ride this wave out. Some good things have happened to me, even with all the negative that has happened with YouTube, with Blip, with all this going on. A lot of positive things have happened at the same time, and so it's looking that at least I should be able, as long as I don't go crazy, as long as, first of all, nothing crazy happens. So obviously, if my car explodes, if I fall and I hurt myself and I go to the hospital, or something like that, and I get unexpected bills, then that's going to be a problem. Or, you know, who knows what could happen. But if anything crazy happens, yeah, this could change. But as long as I budget myself, which is exactly what I've been doing for the past 5 months, and as long as I keep up the way I've been doing, and I here and there find little ways to be profitable, I think I'm going to be able to ride it out for, hopefully all the way until evolution, and then we'll kind of reassess and see what happens. So we'll go from there. But I don't want everyone to be so negative, because I know what's happened with Blip. It was completely unexpected, and I see a lot of people kind of freaking out. You don't need to, alright? I'm not an intelligent adult, and like I said, I didn't go out and splurge and spend. I had some savings, I have money saved. I didn't go crazy spending money when I knew that I didn't have any stable income. I had these sources of income that were very, at the very least, you had no idea how long they were going to last, and unfortunately they didn't last very long. So it is what it is. So anyway, this is going to be a short video. Now it ended up being much longer because I talked about all that. But anyway, that's it for now. Not a lot going on. If anything does change during the week, I'll let everyone know. But basically, Monday's kind of like a filler day. I'll maybe try to re-upload some stuff. And then new content on DSP Gaming on Tuesday with Little Big Planet 2. And then we'll go from there. So, I'm DSP. I'll see you guys later. Thanks a lot. Stay positive. And I'll let you know how it goes later this week.